Open the gate, please. It's 7 o'clock, and it's horse show time here in Shelbyville. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to your Friday night performance of the 87th Annual Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. In our time-honored tradition, we invite you to stand and direct your attention to our entry gate as we welcome our flag horse, White Diamond Dollar. Ridden by Vicky Self, owned by the OK Walking Horse Farm at Curtis McCloy, and prepared for the celebration exhibition by Peebles Stables. A celebration of many things here in Shelbyville. For the past 87 years, it's been a celebration of great tradition, a celebration of beautiful and talented animals, a celebration of great riders and intense competition, a celebration of friends old and new. As the name implies, it's truly a celebration of this great breed and all of us who gather in this historic arena. One of our most celebrated freedoms is the freedom to rally around Old Glory, and a celebration of our love for our country as we join together here in Shelbyville in a celebration of our love for the Tennessee Walking Horse. And we thank you for helping us continue that celebration this year. On around to the west side, Vicki, to the west side in front of the grandstands tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause as we salute our nation's colors, we salute the Tennessee Walking Horse, and the celebration in our opening ceremonies here on Friday night. As our flag horse parks in, and just as you have honored us with your presence tonight, we want to pause at this time to honor both our Creator and our country through the saying of the invocation, to be followed by the singing of our national anthem. Tonight, the invocation will be offered by Eddie Reed with Livingstone's Community Church here in Shelbyville.
And they said, turn it on. Father, we thank you for your graciousness in our lives. We thank you for what you've allowed us to be a part of. We thank you, God, for how you provided for us and taken care of us this past year. So, Lord, tonight we want to ask that you would bless and see after all the participants at this show. We pray, God, that there would be a presence of you here, and that in everything that is said and done, that you would be glorified and honored. And Lord, we want to thank you that you allowed us to be a part of these United States of America. And in God we trust. In Jesus' name, amen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, with all eyes on our nation's colors over on the west side, we welcome our Friday night vocalist. Here's Nicole Wagner from Bell Buckle to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
Thank you, Nicole Wagner, for our national anthem and Eddie Reed for our invocation tonight. And again, our thanks to our flag horse, White Diamond Dollar, owned by Curtis McCloy of Norman, Oklahoma, sponsored by the Tommy Grider family and ridden by Vicky Self. The equestrian attire is provided by Marcia's on the Square. 13 classes highlight our Friday night program, Wild West Celebration Night here on Friday night. We'll talk more about that later. But right now, we'll call for the first of those 13 classes, owner amateur lady drivers with their fine harness walking horses. This is your gate call for class number 66. Lady drivers, bring them on, please. As our ladies head toward the ring, it's my pleasure to introduce your horse show officials for this year's celebration. Our chief executive officer for the celebration is Warren Wells. Horse show chairman is Charles McDonald. The director of operations is Connie Allen. Margaret Aiken is the announcer's assistant, and Jay Brantley is our organist. Judging panel for our 2025 celebration include Chris Bobo from here in Shelbyville, Ross Campbell from Coleman, Alabama, Robert Kortner from Winchester, Tennessee, Brent Grider from Columbia, Kentucky, and David Sisk from Columbia, Tennessee. Ringmasters are Callaway Dial, Russell Dial, Charles Hush, John Oliver, and Kyle Thomas. Jimmy Burton is our ring clerk, and Jeremy Frazier the ring escort. Amelia Perry is our presentation coordinator. Red Umberger is our official farrier for the celebration. Videography by Dean Johnson Video. Our official photographer is Shane Shiflett. Dale Brown is scoring the judges' cards. Dale's with Gatekeeper, and we use the 5-judge Olympic high-low system to place our classes here at the celebration. I'm Mark Farah. It's my pleasure to be your show ring announcer. And again, my pleasure to welcome you for Friday night and the Wild West celebration. Dr. Linda Brogdon to the trophy gate. Bailey and Dawson Dickens to the trophy gate. Also Dennis Hills. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 4 entries answered the gate call for our owner amateur ladies fine harness class. Chris Bobo will be the call judge. Everybody on the rail, showing at a flat walk, please. It's run and walk time. Drive and show it a run and walk, please. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Now reverse. Lady drivers, we'll ask you to carefully reverse. We'll be showing opposite way. The flat walk. Stay off the grass if you can. Putting on the Ritz in our opening class. Our lady drivers and their fine harness walking horses on the reverse. Ladies fine harness, second direction, showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time. Drive and show it a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Ladies, it's lineup time to the west side. Head to tail over on the west side for the lineup. We'll invite a header for each entry to join them in the lineup. Headers in, please. How about a nice round of applause for our lady drivers and their fine harness horses tonight? Flag horse sponsorship by the Tommy Grider family of Columbia, Kentucky. Select sponsorship by the Stanley family. And the premier sponsorship is by Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Caroline, Eli, and Josie Presley. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Memorial trophy donated in memory of Dorothy Miller Davenport by Peter Huff and Dorothy's children, presented by Dr. Linda Brogdon. Class trophy donated by Cooper Steele of Shelbyville, presented by Josie Presley. The Ruby Ewing Challenge Trophy donated for the fourth challenge by Marilyn Ewing, radio and television personality and Shelbyville City Councilwoman. It's presented by Marilyn Ewing. We'll ask the winner in the class to drive straight forward and around to the opposite side to claim your award. Claiming the blue ribbon and the World Championship title in our Owner Amateur Ladies Fine Harness class, it's entry number 1216, Outlier. Barbara Civils is the owner and driver from Petersburg. Outlier and Barbara Civils, congratulations on a blue ribbon drive tonight. All others, you'll drive straight forward and toward the exit gate for the balance of the ribbons. Second is entry number 280, My Tequila Sunrise. Anne-Marie Couch is the owner and driver from Franklin. My Tequila Sunrise and Anne-Marie Couch, 280 is second. Third is 683, American Titleist. Marla Lovett for Rick and Marla Lovett of Mobile, Alabama. American Titleist and Marla Lovett, 683 is third. Fourth is 624, He's My Alibi. Bethany Jones of Waco, Kentucky is the owner and driver. He's My Alibi, and Bethany Jones, 624, is fourth. Headed down victory lane as our Owner Amateur Ladies Fine Harness World Champion. Here's Outlier. Barbara Civils is the owner and driver from Petersburg. Hey, good looking. Plays Jay Brantley. Looking good with a celebration blue ribbon here on Friday night. Open the gate now. The call is for Class 67, Western Light Shod Walking Horses. This is your gate call for Class 67. Allison Balcom and Bryson Balcom come to the trophy gate. Also Rhonda Balcom, Tommy McGee, and Carol Dickerson all to the trophy gate, please. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 2 entries answer the gate call for the Western Light Shot class. Judge Ross Campbell will be the call judge. We're underway, showing at a flat walk. Now show to run and walk, please. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Now reverse. Reverse and continue at a flat walk, please. On the reverse and at a flat walk. Now sort of run and walk, please. Run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. All right, it's lineup time. I'll ask you to come down to the south turn for the lineup. Select sponsorship is by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship by Grindstone Cowboy. Riders Cup corporate sponsorship is by Circle T Stables. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Caroline, Eli, and Josie Presley. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Class trophy by Dennis and Susan Hills of Two Hills Farm, presented by Kinsley Gannon. We'll ask our winner in the class to ride to your right and in on the west side. In our Western Light Shot class, blue ribbon will go to entry 739, Space Cowboy SN. Jonathan Baskin is riding the Skylar Nipper entry of Shelbyville, Space Cowboy SN, and Jonathan Baskin, our Western Light Shot winner tonight. Second award to 526, Big Time Bandit. Patrick Thomas up for Lisa Baum of Shelbyville. Big Time Bandit and Patrick Thomas, 526 is second. Space Cowboy SN and Jonathan Baskin with the winning ride in our Western Light Shot class. Skylar Nipper owns the entry from Shelbyville. Space Cowboy SN and Jonathan Baskin, congratulations. Open the gate, please. The call now for class number 68, 15-2 and under, walking mares and geldings. This is your gate call for class number 68. Kamey and Ripken Young to the trophy gate. Also Audrey Johnson and Macy Gibbs to the trophy gate. Each night we've been recognizing different schools here in Bedford County, and tonight we want to recognize Thomas Magnet and Southside Elementary. Thomas Magnet opened in August of 2009. After a long history as a neighborhood school, Thomas opened its doors to a brand new educational concept for Bedford County. The Thomas Magnet School serves high-achieving students, grades kindergarten through 5th from throughout Bedford County. Thomas Magnet School's areas of focus are technology, leadership, and after-school enrichment opportunities. The Thomas Tigers wear the school colors of red and black with energy, excitement, and an eye to high academic performance. Southside Elementary School was founded in 1954. It has grown over the years and expanded now to be kindergarten through 5th grade, employing over 30 teachers and serving over 400 students. This school takes care of the needs of their multicultural children, who now make up the bulk of the population of the school. Many devoted, exceptional teachers make this school a desirable place for students to learn. Southside Elementary is a small school with big results. We're proud to welcome the students, faculty, staff, and alumni of Thomas Magnet Elementary and Southside Elementary. Time's up. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 10 entries answer the gate call to show in our 15-2 and under walking mares and geldings class. Robert Kortner's the call judge. Everybody on the rail showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time. Ask your 15-2 and under mares and geldings to go at a run and walk now. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. And return, reverse. Reverse, please. On the reverse now, showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time, riders. Ask your 15-2 and under mares and geldings to go at a run and walk, please. walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Lineup time, down to the south turn. We'll ask you to bring your horses down to the south turn for the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give these riders and their 15-2 and under mares and geldings a nice round of applause? Well, I mentioned tonight is our Wild West celebration. A new sponsor this year is Double B Boot Company. We need you to make sure you submit your photos to Facebook by 10 o'clock tonight, and you need to add the hashtag Wild West Celebration to be eligible to win. Now, I would assume that photo needs to be taken here at the celebration grounds. You need to be with us, not just at home, right? So take your photo here on the celebration grounds. Submit it on Facebook by 10 o'clock tonight. Add the hashtag Wild West Celebration to be eligible to win. And what would you win? Well, the best-dressed cowboy wins a pair of Double B boots. The best-dressed cowgirl also wins a pair of Double B boots. The best-dressed youth cowboy wins a pair of Twisted X boots. The best-dressed youth cowgirl wins a pair of Twisted X boots. And the youth farmhands, the best-dressed group, that's a group with 2 to 10 kids in the picture. Everybody in the picture wins a pair of Wrangler jeans if you win that category. Our thanks to Double B Boots, Twisted X, and Wrangler for providing the awards in our Wild West celebration tonight. So hopefully you've got your Western attire on. Just take a picture here on the showgrounds. Post it on Facebook and use the hashtag Wild West Celebration, and do it before 10 o'clock tonight on Facebook. Select sponsorship by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship is by Grindstone Cowboy. Riders Cup corporate sponsorship is by the Alabama Jubilee. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Allison Balcom and Bryson Balcom. Bryson Balcom, the grandson of Chad Balcom. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Memorial trophy in memory of Chad Balcom by Rhonda Balcom, also presented by Allison Balcom and Bryson Balcom. Class trophy donated by Tommy McGee and Carol Dickerson, presented by Tommy McGee and Carol Dickerson. We'll ask our winner in the class to ride to your left and in on the east side to claim your award. The World Championship blue ribbon will go to entry number 1397, My Brother in Arms. Dan Waddell is riding the Todd and Shanna Jackson entry of Monroe, Georgia. My Brother in Arms, and Dan Waddell riding to the blue in our 15-2 and under mares and geldings class tonight. All others to your right. Second award to 462. I Am Bold and Spicy Jose. Tyler Balcom is up for Connie Hess of Murfreesboro. I Am Bold and Spicy Jose with Tyler Balcom, 462 in reserve. Third is 490, Vegas Cheval. Thomas Derrickson for Tommy McGee and Carol Dickerson of Lenore, North Carolina. Vega Cheval and Thomas Derrickson. 490 is third. 1103 is fourth. Charlie's Ritzy Lady. Charlie Green up for Dr. Gerald Buckland of Boonesville, Virginia. Charlie's Ritzy Lady and Charlie Green. 1103 is fourth. Fifth is 671. I'm on the honor roll. Drew Graves rides Doug Quires' entry of Pleasureville, Kentucky. I'm on the honor roll, and Drew Graves, 671 is fifth. Sixth is 240. My Ooh La La. R.M. Kellett for Dr. Derek Caudle of Oil Springs, Kentucky. My Ooh La La and R.M. Kellett. 240 is sixth. Seventh is 699. Bingo and Dixie. Nick Plafkin for Dana Yeager and Michelle Plafkin of Harrodsburg, Kentucky and Shelbyville. Bingo and Dixie with Nick Plafkin riding to seventh. Eighth is 786. Summer Roses. Casey Wright for Duke Ingram of Jonesboro. Summer Roses and Casey Wright, 786 is eighth. Ninth is 827, I Am That I Am. Tim Smith for the Kenneth Rich family of Franklin. I Am That I Am. And Tim Smith, 827 is ninth. 10th and final ribbon to 1006, Pirate Jose Gasper. Terry Givens for Ron and Karen Gamble of Knoxville. Pirate Jose Gasper and Terry Givens, 1006 is 10th. My brother in arms and Dan Waddell headed down victory lane tonight. Todd and Shanna Jackson are the owners from Monroe, Georgia. My brother in arms and Dan Waddell, congratulations on a World Championship Blue Ribbon ride. Call now for class number 69, owner amateur riders on Park Performance Stallions. This is your gate call for class 69. Charlie Goldman and Della Holt, Pam Russell and Benjamin Bowen, Rebecca and Jack Carney, all come to the trophy gate, please. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 14 entries answer the gate call for our owner amateur riders on Park Performance Stallions. It's class 69 on our program, and Brent Grider will be the call judge. Amateur riders on the rail. Everybody's showing at a flat walk. Number 24, park in, please. Entry 24, park in. Riders go to run and walk, please. Show to run and walk now. Walk, please, back to a flat walk and reverse. Entry 24 will be excused. Open the exit gate for number 24. Owner amateur riders on Park Performance Stallions on the reverse. Everybody turned around and showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time. Let them walk on. Owner amateur riders, show your Park Performance Stallions at a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. All right, it's lineup time. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn for the lineup. Down to the south turn. Bring them in and park them in for the lineup. about a nice round of applause to compliment our owner amateur riders and their park performance stallions? Well, we want to take a moment to thank H&R AgriPower. They give you the power to do more, and we can certainly do a lot more around the celebration grounds thanks to H&R AgriPower. Big red case tractors you see operating all over the show grounds. Before the show, during the show, getting our grounds in top order and ready for World Championship competition. All of those tractors are thanks to H&R AgriPower. Let's take a look at the big screen and more information on our sponsors at H&R AgriPower and Case.
Your tractor, Kate?
Yep,
What's it do?
everything.
Bale?
Can do.
Mow?
Can do.
Pull?
Can do.
Plow, harrow, dig, haul, and scoop?
Can do.
How about...
Can do.
What about...
Can do.
H&R AgriPower is your local Case IH dealer.
Select sponsorship tonight is by the Stanley family, and the premier sponsorship by Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Camey and Ripken Young. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Class trophy is donated by Barron and Brianna Witherspoon and the Witherspoon Foundation. It's presented by Barron and Brianna Witherspoon. We'll ask our winner in the class and our world champion for the division to ride to your right and into the winner's circle to claim your award. The Celebration Blue Ribbon in Owner Amateur Park Performance Stallions will go to entry number 360, A. Touche. Janny Chapman is the owner and rider from Red Banks, Mississippi. A. Touche and Janny Chapman riding to the top award in the class. All others to your left. Second award to 515, Wanted, THF. Amanda Manis for Manis and Pope of Shelbyville, Tennessee and Taylorsville, North Carolina. Wanted, THF, and Amanda Manis, 515 is second. Third is 684, Wakanda. Taylor Walters is riding the entry owned by Lovett and Walters of Mobile, Alabama, and Murfreesboro. Wakanda and Taylor Walters, 684 is third. Fourth is 254, Drop a Line. Jordan Golden is riding the Gay Dempsey entry of Fayetteville. Drop a Line, and Jordan Golden, 254 is fourth. Fifth is 527, Jose's Desperado. Lisa Shockey of Moorfield, West Virginia is the owner and rider. Jose's Desperado and Lisa Shockey, 527 is fifth. Sixth is 319, I'm a Three-Timer. Carol Baxter, for Carol and Lee Baxter of Alexandria, Louisiana. I'm a Three-Timer, and Carol Baxter, 319 is sixth. Seventh is 1345, Private Line. Samantha Green for Mike Wilhelm and Samantha Green of Shelbyville. Private Line and Samantha Green, 1345 is seventh. Eighth is 735, he's Captain America. Amanda Parrott for Jackie Curley and Amanda Parrott of Shelbyville. He's Captain America, and Amanda Parrott, 735 is eighth. Ninth is 574, Undecided. Cindy Bryant is the owner and rider from Lake Junaluska, North Carolina. Undecided, and Cindy Bryant, 574 is ninth. 10th is 789, I Am Mo Cash. Caitlin Rippey rides for Andy Rippey of Gallatin. I Am Mo Cash, and Caitlin Rippey, 789 to the 10th and final ribbon. We also want to recognize two of the horses in our Park Performance Stallions class that were classic horses 15 and over. Drop a Line, ridden by Jordan Golden, 254, a classic horse, and also 574, Undecided, ridden by Cindy Bryant, a classic horse in that class. Down in the south turn, you'll find our blue ribbon winner. On our amateur Park Performance Stallions blue ribbon winner, here's A. Touche. Janny Chapman makes the good ride. Janny's the owner and rider from Red Banks, Mississippi. A. Touche and Janny Chapman, congratulations. World Championship blue ribbon ride here on Friday night. Call now for class number 70. Owner amateur youth rider, 6 to 11 years of age on walking geldings. This is your gate call for class 70. Kagan Young to the trophy gate. Also, Chad and Scarlett Spencer come to the trophy gate. Well, earlier tonight, before the horse show, the celebration and the Tennessee Walking Horse Breeders and Exhibitors Association teamed up to honor and recognize first-time exhibitors at this year's celebration. All Celebration first-time exhibitors gathered here in Center Ring, along with Celebration CEO Warren Wells. Got to meet them and talk to them before the show tonight. Tonight we welcomed over 30 first-time exhibitors, folks who've traveled from 9 different states to be a part of the celebration for their first time making their debut here in 2025. A photo of those first-timers is up on the big screen. We want to again welcome them all to their first year showing at the celebration, and as Warren told them during the presentation, we hope that they're first-timers, not last-timers. We want them to make many return trips to Shelbyville and be a part of our celebration. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 5 entries enter the gate call as we welcome our youth riders 6 to 11 years of age on walking geldings. Looks like a nice group of riders joining us tonight. How about a welcoming round of applause? Glad to see them in the show ring. David Sisk will be the call judge for the class. Youth riders, we're underway, showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time. Youth riders, ask your geldings to go at a run and walk, please. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk and reverse. All right, young riders, you're halfway there in your pursuit of a Friday night World Championship ribbon here at the celebration. Everybody turned around and showing at a flat walk, please. It's run and walk time. Youth riders, Call on your geldings and ask them to show it a run and walk and let them walk on. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. And into the lineup. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn and park them in for the lineup. Down to the south turn, bring them in and line them up. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give these youth riders a nice round of applause? Congratulate them on a job well done in their class. Well, these youth and all youth who are interested are invited to a free lunch on Sunday. Lunch with the Legends, presented by the Tennessee Walking Horse Youth Association and the Tennessee Walking Horse Breeders and Exhibitors Association. All youth are invited to the Lunch with the Legends event at this year's celebration. This Sunday, August 24th, from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m., it'll be in the Hall of Fame Club inside Cooper Steel Arena. This year's legendary lineup includes Bob Adcock, Spencer Benedict, Joe Lester, Maggie Moore, and Tim Smith. Youth will enjoy a free lunch thanks to our generous sponsors, along with autograph opportunities, photos, and a live panel discussion where you can ask the legends your questions. There's no cost to attend, but we do request that you register in advance online at twhbea.com/legends. You can also go by the TWHBEA satellite office here on the showgrounds to register. It's open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. Come meet the legends, be a part of this unforgettable celebration event. That's on Sunday from 11 to 1. Lunch with the Legends. All youth are invited to attend for free. Select sponsorship tonight is by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship by Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Kamey Young and Maddie Bates. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Class trophy donated by Allstate Insurance. The O'Neill Insurance Group of Shelbyville, presented by Owen Gibbs and Macy Gibbs. A youth Bible is donated by Benjamin Bowen and five-time world champion and world grand champion Sandman, presented by Anna Kate Gregory. The Coins Clown Challenge Trophy donated by the Jimmy Smith family of Murfreesboro, presented by Dylan Weston. The Lights Sundance Challenge Trophy donated for the Sixth Challenge by Jeff Coates Stables of Shelbyville will be presented by Gracie Hensley. We'll ask our blue ribbon winner and our class for owner amateur youth riders 6 to 11 years of age on walking geldings to ride to your left and in on the east side to claim your reward. Riding out of the lineup and into the winner's circle as the world champion in the class, it's going to be entry 258, DeHaas and Allie Joe Jacobs. The entry owned by the Jake Jacobs family of Murfreesboro, DeHaas and Allie Joe Jacobs, riding under our Friday night lights here in the Big Oval to claim the blue in the youth 6 to 11 years of age walking geldings class. All others to your right. Second award to number 1012, the Dixie Label. Wyatt Puckett for Mike and Casey Tracy of Blakely, Georgia. The Dixie Label and Wyatt Puckett, number 1012, is second. Third is 915, I'm Shady. Bentley Baum is up Jacob Baum owns the entry from Shelbyville. I'm Shady, and Bentley Baum, 915, is third. Fourth is 969, It's the Medalist, a classic horse with Rich Cunningham riding. The James Wilson and Brittany Cunningham entry of Shelbyville. It's the Medalist, and Rich Cunningham, 969, is fourth. Fifth is 310, Roethlisberger, a classic horse. Sailor Brook Jackson, the owner and rider from Jamestown. Roethlisberger and Sailor Brook Jackson, 310, is fifth. Headed down victory lane, sporting their Celebration World Championship blue ribbon. Our 6 to 11-year-old walking gelding blue ribbon winner, it's the Hoss. Allie Joe Jacobs rides for the Jake Jacobs family of Murfreesboro. The Hoss and Allie Joe Jacobs, congratulations. Open the gate now. The call for class number 71, owner amateur riders on English Park Pleasure walking horses. This is your gate call for class number 71.
We would greatly appreciate your support for Flurry in the Amateur Park Pleasure 5 and Under with Kim Leonard. Open Park Pleasure 5 and Under and World Grand Championship Open Park Pleasure divisions. Flurry and trainer Ryan Gannon are undefeated, including World Championship honors in 2024. Thank you.
Serving up a menu full of both old favorites and new flavors. If you're craving the classics, they've got you covered with juicy burgers, fried bologna, country ham, and BLTs. And if you're ready for something new, try one of their soon-to-be favorites like their fresh salads and wraps, their hearty Reubens, or a breakfast burrito to start your day right. Grindstone Cowboy opens bright and early at 7 o'clock each morning with breakfast served until 11. They stay open late into the night so you can enjoy a meal or a snack whenever you need it, along with soft drinks. They've got a full lineup of coffee drinks, lattes, frappes, smoothies, and even beer. Many of you know they're also hard at work completing renovations on their new permanent home, a historic building right on Shelbyville's downtown square, which is set to open before the end of the year. But until then, we're lucky to have them just steps away here at the celebration. So stop by, grab a bite, and help us welcome the Grindstone Cowboy as the official restaurant of the celebration, conveniently located in the old VFW food booth. Those of you that are out here bright and early in the morning to get your Optimus Club donuts, just walk over there a few steps away and get one of those nice lattes or coffees or frappes or one of those flavored drinks to go with your Optimus Club donuts in the morning. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 4 entries answered the gate call as we welcome our owner amateur riders on English Park Pleasure horses. Class number 71 on our program. Chris Bobo's the call judge. Everybody's showing at a flat walk. Now show to run and walk, please. Ask your Park Pleasure horses to go at a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk and reverse. Everybody on the reverse and showing at a flat walk, please. Now it's run and walk time. Ask your Park Pleasure horses to go at a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. All right, it's lineup time to the south turn. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn and park them in for the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give these riders and their Park Pleasure horses a nice round of applause? Select sponsorship is by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship by Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Kamey and Kagan Young. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Class trophy donated by Pinnacle Bank of Shelbyville and presented by Chad and Scarlett Spencer. We're going to ask our winner in the class to ride to your right and in on the west side to receive your award. In our class for owner amateur riders on English Park Pleasure horses, blue ribbon will go to entry 528, Jen's Sling Blade. Becca Tate is riding the Jansen Patterson and Heritage Farms entry of Meridianville, Alabama. Jen's Sling Blade and Becca Tate riding to the owner amateur English Park Pleasure blue ribbon. All others to your left. Second award to 348, Dixie's Legacy. Billy DeArmond is riding the entry of Billy DeArmond and Sister Milligan of Greer, South Carolina and Panama City, Florida. Dixie's Legacy and Billy DeArmond, 348 is second. Third is 387, Title Line. Connie Everett of Murfreesboro is the owner and rider. Title Line and Connie Everett, 387 is third. Fourth is 529, Just Hosea. Jamie Gardner for Pat and Jamie Gardner of Cullioca. Just Hosea and Jamie Gardner, 529 is fourth. Jen Sling Blade and Becca Tate make the blue ribbon ride in our owner amateur English Park Pleasure class tonight. Jansen Patterson and Heritage Farms own the entry from Meridianville, Alabama. Becca Tate and Jen Sling Blade, congratulations on a Friday night blue ribbon ride here at the celebration. Open the gate now for class number 72, owner amateur riders on walking horses. These riders are age 70 and over. Owner amateur riders 70 and over, this is your gate call for class number 72. Brayley White to the trophy gate along with Ashton Moore and Oakland Davis. Rural First is proud to sponsor the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. As a cooperative, they can offer products and services other lenders aren't always able to. From construction to land loans to financing homes in the country, they can make your rural dream a reality. And because community matters, they're committed to investing in the communities that they're a part of. Learn how you can get closer to what matters at ruralfirst.com. Rural First is a registered trademark of Farm Credit Mid-America. NMLS 407249. Equal housing lender. Loans are subject to approval and eligibility. We're proud to have Rural First as a sponsor of this year's celebration. Take a look at the big screen for more information about our sponsors at Rural First.
Rural First is proud to sponsor the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. As the leader in rural lending, we know what it takes to finance the rural property of your dreams. From adding new stables to buying land or your dream home, we're here to help you every step of the way. With specially designed financing and expertise from loan officers who live in your communities, Rural First can help you live closer to what matters. Discover how Rural First can help you make the move.
Close the gate, that's the class. 6 entries answer the gate call as we welcome owner amateur riders 70 and over to the big oval tonight. Ross Campbell will handle the call, and we'll get underway. Showing at a flat walk, please. It's run and walk time. Riders, ask your horses to show it a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk and reverse. On the reverse in our owner amateur 70 and over class, riders turned around, showing at a flat walk. All right, riders, call on your horses and ask them to go at a run and walk. It's run and walk time. Let them walk on. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. All right, it's lineup time. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn, bring them in, park them in for the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give these riders age 70 and over a nice round of applause? Compliment them on a nice class tonight. Select sponsorship is by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship by Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon presented by Kagan Young and Maddie Bates. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. The memorial trophy donated in loving memory of Morton Mo Lowell by the Lowell sisters, Ray, Debbie, Dale, and Beth, presented by great nieces of Morton Lowell, Millie Lowell, Oakland Williams, and Annabelle Wood. Class trophy donated by Andy Stooksbury and presented by Kinsley Gannon. The Ben Brogdon Memorial Challenge Trophy donated by Janice Fostek of Roanoke, Virginia, will be presented by Dr. Linda Brogdon and Dawn Martin. We'll ask our winner in the class and our world champion for the division to ride to your left and into the winner's circle to claim your award. Celebration Blue Ribbon in our owner amateur 70 and over class will go to entry number 903, Born a Maverick. Bob Adcock of Lidditz, Pennsylvania is the owner and rider. Born a Maverick and Bob Adcock, congratulations on a Friday night Blue Ribbon ride here in the Big Oval. All others to your right. Second award to 663, Dixie White Sox. Linda Gerard is the owner and rider from Shelbyville. Dixie White Sox and Linda Gerard, 663 is second. Third is 957, I'm the Alamo. Lynn Hickok for the Ridgemont Farms. Barbara Corbett and Lynn Hickok of Blacksburg, Virginia. I'm the Alamo and Lynn Hickok, 957 is third. Fourth is 1294, Charlie's Phantom. Peggy Mervine, the owner and rider from Manchester. Charlie's Phantom and Peggy Mervine, 1294 is fourth. Fifth is 324, I Am Sam Jose. John Gladney is up. John Gladney owns the entry along with Judith Dial of Shreveport, Louisiana. I Am Sam Jose and John Gladney to the fifth award. Sixth is 287, Jose's Chain Reaction. Lois Judd for the Lois Judd family of Campbellsville, Kentucky. Jose's Chain Reaction, 287 is sixth. Over on the east side, you'll find our Blue Ribbon winner in the owner amateur 70 and over class. That's Born a Maverick. Bob Adcock is the owner and rider from Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Born a Maverick is a world champion tonight with Bob Adcock in the irons. Congratulations. Open the gate now. The call is for Class 73. Owner amateur novice lady riders on novice mares or geldings. This is your gate call for class number 73. Following people to the trophy gate, Cassie Slagle, Ethan Gregg and Lillian Gregg, Gloria War and Rhonda Major, Olivia, Ellie, and Carson Todd and Sarah Morris, Casey Coy, and Renly, Sanderson all come to the trophy gate, please. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 20 entries answered the gate call for our owner amateur novice lady riders on novice walking mares or geldings class. Robert Courtner will be the call judge for the class. Everybody on the rail and showing at a flat walk, please. It's run and walk time. Let them walk on. Lady riders, ask your horses to go at a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk and reverse. All right, our owner amateur novice lady riders showing their novice mares and geldings. They're looking to ride out of the Celebrations Novice Division tonight. Everybody showing on the reverse, second direction at a flat walk, please. Here at the Celebration, novice means that the rider nor the horse have ever won a blue ribbon at the Celebration in an under saddle class. One of these riders will change that tonight. All right, riders, call on your horses and ask them to go in a run and walk. It's run and walk time. Let them walk on. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Back to a flat walk. Thank you, lady riders. We're calling for the lineup. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn and line them up, please. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give our owner amateur novice lady riders and their mares and geldings a nice round of applause tonight? Well, for horse owners and horse lovers in the area, it's great to know that the professionals at Equine Surgical Center at Thorsport Farm are located just down the road in Murfreesboro for good times like when you need their help in reproductive health, also in bad times in the emergency situations. You'll find the trained professionals and the expert care at Equine Surgical Center at Thorsport Farm to be a great comfort to you. We're proud to welcome them as a sponsor to this year's celebration. Let's take a look at the big screen. More information from our friends at Equine Surgical Center at Thorsport Farm.
Why do we do what we do? Because your livelihood deserves protection and the chance to reach the big oval. Because every sick foal deserves the opportunity to thrive. Because elite athletes deserve the ability to reach their maximum potential. Because your horse isn't just an animal, it's a family member, and it deserves the highest standard of care. Because the Tennessee Walking Horse deserves a dedicated team committed to its future, so generations to come can enjoy its beauty and talent. This is why we're here. This is why we continue to grow, why we work relentlessly, and why we commit ourselves to every horse, every owner, every time. Because the future of this industry deserves nothing less. The Equine Surgical Center at Thorsport Farm, setting the standard in equine health care through innovation, compassion, and collaboration.
Again, our thanks to Equine Surgical Center at Thorsport Farm. We appreciate their sponsorship and support of this year's celebration. Select sponsorship is by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship is by the Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon presented by Maddie Bates and Brayley White. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. The memorial trophy donated in memory of Lions Lady MG by Kim Bailey will be presented by Ashton Moore and Oakland Davis. Class trophy donated by Lee Adcock Construction of Shelbyville. It'll be presented by Dylan Westrom. It's been our class for owner, amateur, novice, lady riders on novice mares or geldings. We'll ask the winner to ride to your right, please, and in on the west side to claim your reward. Changing their status from novice to world champion tonight, it's entry number 422, Empty Pockets. Natalie Legate is the owner and rider from Shelbyville. Empty Pockets and Natalie Legate, congratulations on a Friday night Blue Ribbon ride. All others to your left. Second award to 716, Miss Walking on Sunshine. Amanda Blackburn is the owner and rider from Corbin, Kentucky. Amanda Blackburn and Miss Walking on Sunshine, 716 is second. Third is 841, Cinco de Charlie. Callie Tipton of Sevierville is the owner and rider. Cinco de Charlie and Callie Tipton, 841 is third. Fourth is 622, Sweet Georgia Ritz, a classic horse with Paige Brown, the owner and rider from Gibsonville, North Carolina. Sweet Georgia Ritz and Paige Brown, 622 is fourth. Fifth is entry number 813, Steinway. Amelia Hasselden for John Hasselden of Lewisburg. Amelia Hasselden riding Steinway, 813 to the fifth award. Sixth is 560, a Master's Degree W. Patty Reynolds is up for Dan and Patty Reynolds of Richmond, Kentucky. A Master's Degree W and Patty Reynolds, 560 is sixth. Seventh is 361, Charlie Watts 4G. Becca Tate for Jansen Patterson and Becca Tate of Meridianville, Alabama. Charlie Watts 4G and Becca Tate 361 is 7th. 8th is 664, Jose the Champ. Kinsley Patterson is riding the Jansen Patterson entry of Meridianville, Alabama. Jose the Champ and Kinsley Patterson 664 is 8th. 9th is 1382, Mr. Lineman. Taylor France of Shelbyville is the owner and rider. Mr. Lineman and Taylor France 1382 is 9th. 1141 is 10th, Big Bertha B. Courtney Tyra is the owner and rider from McKee, Kentucky. Big Bertha B. and Courtney Tyra, 1141 to the 10th and final ribbon. Riders, thank you one and all for being a part of our Friday night celebration and a part of our Novice Ladies division. Here's Empty Pockets and Natalie Legate with their very first Celebration Blue Ribbon ride tonight. Enjoy the moment, Natalie, and enjoy the ride down Victory Lane. Natalie's the owner and rider from Shelbyville, riding Empty Pockets to our owner amateur novice ladies, Mares and Geldings Blue Ribbon. Open the gate now. The call is for Class 74A, 3-year-old walking stallions. This is your gate call for Class 74A, 3-year-old walking stallions. This class also includes futurity-nominated 3-year-old stallions. Class 74A, bring them on.
World and World Grand Champion Should Have Been a Cowboy and trainer Sam Martin are looking forward to settling all the talk who is the best 3-year-old in the industry this year. Don't miss this getting settled on Friday night, Class 74A 3-year-old stallions.
Some of these classes are the ones I know you came for tonight. So maybe it's a good chance to re-energize ourselves, stretch your legs, get up, maybe do a little dancing. We'll turn on the Celebration Dance Cam, let you show your moves tonight on our Friday night on the Jumbotron. And since it is celebration time, probably seems like an appropriate song for you to dance to, right? Close the gate, please. That's the class. 13 entries answered the gate call for the A division of our 3-year-old walking stallions class. It also includes TWHBEA Futurity nominated 3-year-old stallions. Brent Grider's the call judge. Everybody on the rail showing at a flat walk. Gene Corsi, Vicky Landers, and Edwina Reynolds all come to the trophy gate. It's run and walk time. Let them walk on. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk and reverse. All right, 3-year-old walking stallions class. Everybody on the reverse, turned around, showing at a flat walk, please. Riders, go at ease. Timeout, riders, go at ease. .14:06 has the time.
World and World Grand Champion should have been a cowboy, and trainer Sam Martin are looking forward to settling all the talk who is the best 3-year-old in the industry this year. Don't miss this getting settled on Friday night, Class 74A 3-year-old stallions.
All right, time is in. We're on the reverse. Everybody showing at a flat walk. All right, riders, it's run and walk time. Call on your 3-year-old stallions and ask them to go at a run and walk. Let them walk on, please. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Thank you, riders. It's lineup time. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn, bring them in, park them in for the lineup. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what'd you think about our first division of 3-year-old stallions? Would you give them a nice round of applause? This year, we're excited to have Jack Daniel's Distillery as a corporate sponsor of the celebration. While our corporate partnership is new, the roots go back to the very beginning. Lim Motlow, Jack's nephew and longtime steward of the distillery, was also a walking horse enthusiast. His great stallion, Chiefs Allen, claimed 20 blue ribbons in a single season and sired Belle of Bedford, which was the very first weanling world grand champion back in 1939. We're proud of our long history with the folks at Jack Daniel's, and we welcome them as a corporate sponsor this year. Let's take a look at the big screen. More information as we salute Jack Daniel's Distillery.
Jack Daniel's starts here. From pure cave spring water to the fires that create the sugar maple charcoal, where every drop is mellowed until it's smooth Tennessee whiskey. A whiskey we all know by name. Made by those who pour everything into their craft. For those who drink it all over the world. And that's what makes Jack, Jack.
A long history cemented with a great corporate partnership this year. We welcome Jack Daniel's Distillery as a sponsor of the celebration. While you're in town, we hope that you'll travel just down the road, about 15 minutes to Lynchburg, Tennessee, where you can be one of the thousands that tour the historic distillery there in Lynchburg. Get a little taste of the product, do some shopping, eat at Mary Bobo's, go downtown, shop around the square, and enjoy your time in Lynchburg and here in Middle Tennessee while you're at the celebration. We want to welcome Melvin Keebler, General Manager of Jack Daniel's, to the celebration tonight. He'll join us in the presentation to our winner of the A Division of 3-year-old walking stallions. Select sponsorship is by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship is by Grindstone Cowboy. Riders Cup corporate sponsorship is by Southridge Farm and the Howell family. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Kagan Young and Maddie Bates. Preliminary neck ribbon is sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Memorial trophy donated in memory of Jim Doris and Terry Messenger by Bill and Suzanne Worrell will be presented by Cassie Slagle. Class trophy is donated by New View Lawn Pros of Shelbyville, presented by Ethan Gregg and Lily Gregg. Futurity sponsorship is by Adcock Brothers, Bob and Deb Adcock. Futurity Award sponsored by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. The Dr. W.S. Spud War Memorial Challenge Trophy donated by Gloria War and Rhonda Major of Key West, Florida, presented by Gloria War and Rhonda Major. The Donald Pascal Memorial Challenge Trophy donated for the 4th challenge by Bruce and Cindy Todd of Murfreesboro, presented by Olivia, Ellie, and Carson Todd and Sarah Morris. New for 2025, we introduced this year the Clay Avent Memorial Challenge Trophy, donated by the Farriers Fraternity. It's presented by Melvin Keebler, General Manager of Jack Daniel's Distillery. We're going to ask our winner in the class to ride to your left and in on the east side to claim your award. Our celebration blue ribbon winner and world champion is also the TWH BEA National Futurity Champion for 3-year-old stallions. Riding to your left is going to be entry 1305, Should Have Been a Cowboy. Sam Martin is riding the Floyd and Carol Sherman entry of Shelbyville. Should Have Been a Cowboy. And Sam Martin, congratulations. A Celebration World Championship ride and a National Futurity Championship ride. Should Have Been a Cowboy was bred by Roger Richards, sired by Jenna Mighty, and out of Maybe I'm Maybelline. All others to your right. Second award to 1093 Spartan. Charlie Green rides the Alan Ridley entry of Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Spartan and Charlie Green, 1093 is second. Third is entry number 914, The Chief. John Allen Calloway for Bob Kilgore and Joe Barnes of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Sevierville. The Chief and John Allen Calloway, 914 is third. Fourth is 485, Gianni. Thomas Derrickson rides Ronnie and Ruth Logston's entry of Munfordville, Kentucky. Gianni, 485, with Thomas Derrickson to the fourth award. Fifth is 705, Honor That Revival. Ron Blackburn is up for Martin Cox of London, Kentucky. They'll place reserve in the National Futurity. Honor That Revival, sired by Honors, and out of She's Ritz's cut above, Levon Tyson, the breeder of entry number 705, finishing fifth in the celebration and second for the Futurity. Sixth is entry 685, The Reckoning, WTC. Drew Graves for G. Russell Wright and Son of Mount Juliet. The Reckoning, WTC, finishes sixth for the celebration and third for the Futurity. Bred by G. Russell Wright and Son, sired by Walk Time Charlie, and out of Masters Country Song, 685 is sixth. Seventh is 1272. Walk Time Master, Edgar Abernathy for Dr. Renee Ross of Cord, Arkansas. Walk Time Master and Edgar Abernathy, 1272 is seventh. Eighth award to number 809, His Highest Honor. Knox Blackburn rides the Jansen Patterson entry of Meridianville, Alabama. His Highest Honor and Knox Blackburn, 809 is eighth. Ninth is 1068, Cold Steel. Brandon Elshire rides the Ralph and Sherry Winburn entry of Whitesburg. They'll finish fourth in the National Futurity. Cold Steel is sired by Honors, and out of Tango with Cash, Brian Anderton, the breeder of entry 1068. 10th is 1406, He's Yesterday's Wine. Dan Waddell is riding. The entry owned by Brenda Marmon and Raleigh Beard of Shelbyville and Lewisburg. He's Yesterday's Wine, and Dan Waddell, 1406 is 10th. Let's take another look. Our Celebration World Champion and our National Futurity Champion for the 3-year-old stallions. It Should Have Been a Cowboy. Sam Martin is riding the Floyd and Carol Sherman entry of Shelbyville. Should Have Been a Cowboy. And Sam Martin, congratulations. Oh, a dual win tonight. A World Championship and a National Futurity Championship all in one. With some T-shirts, we got a quick T-shirt toss. Charles Hush This is going to be good. Charles, have you practiced that T-shirt gun? All right, hold on, folks. We got a first-time T-shirt gun operator and some T-shirt. There we go, and some T-shirt tossers. It's up to you to get their attention. Open the gate, please. The call now for class number 75, owner amateur lady riders on show pleasure walking horses. We'll do class 75, and then we'll come back to the B division of class 74. So the call now for class 75, owner amateur lady riders on show pleasure walking horses. Alyssa Rowland, Chance Toon, and Chloe Thomas to the trophy gate. Casey Coy and Renly Sanderson come to the trophy gate. Close the gate, please. That's the class. 14 entries answered the gate call for our owner amateur lady riders on Show Pleasure Walking Horses class. Class 75 on our program. Chris Bobo will handle the call. Lady riders on the rail, showing at a flat walk. Now show to run and walk, please. Run and walk. Walk, please. Back to flat walk and reverse. Lady Riders on the reverse with your show pleasure horses. Everybody turned around and showing at a flat walk, please. All right, Lady Riders, call on your show pleasure horses and ask them to go at a run and walk. It's run and walk time. Let them walk on. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. All right, it's lineup time. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn for the lineup. Down to the south turn, bring them in and park them in for the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give these owner amateur Lady Riders and their show pleasure walking horses a nice round of applause? Well, those of us who live here in Shelbyville, we certainly sleep better at night knowing we have Vanderbilt Bedford Hospital just down the road. We are lucky to have a hospital and brand of their character right here in Bedford County. Vanderbilt Bedford Hospital proud to bring the strength and resources of Vanderbilt Health right here in Shelbyville and the surrounding region. From the day their doors open, they've been focused on making healthcare personal for each member of this wonderful community. Accredited by the Joint Commission and certified by the American Heart Association, Vanderbilt Bedford Hospital offers inpatient and outpatient medical and surgical care, including primary care, general surgery, orthopedics, women's health, emergency care, and more. For more information, you can visit VanderbiltBedfordHospital.com. I know those of you are glad to have them when you visit Shelbyville in the unfortunate case that you need them, but those of us that live here 365 days, we certainly are very lucky to have the caliber of Vanderbilt Health right here in our hometown. We welcome Terrence Adams, the Chief Operating Officer at Vanderbilt Bedford Health, and his wife, Sondria, who will make the presentation to our winner in this class. Select sponsorship is by the Stanley family and premier sponsorship by Grindstone Cowboy. COO of Vanderbilt Bedford Hospital, Terrence Adams and wife Sondria will make the presentation on behalf of those sponsors. Vanderbilt Bedford has sponsored themselves, and we'll be honoring them later on this week, actually a week from tomorrow night. They're a big sponsor on our championship Saturday night. Ribbons sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Ribbons presented by Kagan Young and Brayley White. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Memorial trophy in memory of James Pops Corsi by Landers Tire. It's presented by Rodney Yos and John Yos. Class trophy donated by Oakland Davis and Ashton Moore of Shelbyville. They make the presentation to our winner. In this class for owner amateur lady riders on Show Pleasure Walking Horses, we'll ask the blue ribbon winner to ride to your right and on the west side to claim your award. Celebration Blue Ribbon and the World Championship title in this division will go to entry 919, the Honor Code. Lisa Baum is the owner and rider from Shelbyville. The Honor Code and Lisa Baum 919 is our winner. All others to your left. Second award to 833 Broadway Honors. Megan Hammond is up for the Shamrock Farms of Shelbyville. Broadway Honors and Megan Hammond. Entry 833 is second. Third is 707 Charlie Danger. Ginger Williams, the owner and rider from London, Kentucky. Charlie Danger and Ginger Williams. 707 is third. Fourth is 1247. He's Primetime, a classic horse with Casey Sanderson, the owner and rider from Shelbyville. He's Primetime, and Casey Sanderson, 1247, is fourth. Fifth is 1069, Captain Woodrow F. Call. Lacey Matthews up for Greg Matthews of Clarksville. Captain Woodrow F. Call and Lacey Matthews, 1069, is fifth. Sixth is 465, Acclaim. Carolyn Rutner is the owner and rider from Northport, Alabama. Acclaim and Carolyn Rutner, 465, is sixth. Seventh is 1355, Escapee. Jennifer Pendleton is riding. Escapee is a classic horse owned by Jennifer Pendleton and Samantha Green of Shelbyville. 1355 in seventh. Eighth is 1394, A Gin to Win. Kendra Myers in the irons for the Harold Roberts family of Birch Tree, Missouri. Kendra Myers and A Gin to Win, 1394 is eighth. Ninth is 461, Nip of Gin. Kelly Manis of Laurinburg, North Carolina is the owner and rider. Nip of Gin and Kelly Manis, 461 is ninth. 10th is 347, the Nightcrawler. Sister Milligan is riding the entry, owned by Sister Milligan and Jason Joseph of Panama City, Florida, and Winchester, Kentucky. The Nightcrawler and Sister Milligan, 347 is 10th. Headed down victory lane tonight as our owner amateur ladies show pleasure winner, the Honor Code. Honored with a world championship ride here on Friday night at the celebration. That's Lisa Baum, the owner and rider from Shelbyville. The Honor Code and Lisa Baum, congratulations. Tell you, I'd like to see the job description for our ringmasters. Assist the judge, keep folks safe in the ring, enter the cards on the
World champion Hell or High Water and Sam Martin are back at this year's celebration and are ready for their next world championship. Shown twice this year and capturing 2 wins, this team is ready. Don't miss these two looking for another world championship on Friday night, Class 74B, 3-year-old stallions.
Charles, I don't know what you just recalibrated, but it's smoking now. You may need to stand on the west side and shoot them for the east. Open the gate, please. The call now for class number 74B, the B division of 3-year-old walking stallions. This is your gate call. B division of 3-year-old stallions. Bring them home. Crystal Abernathy, come to the trophy gate. Celebration T-shirt toss is sponsored by Sandals Resorts and Two Sisters Travel, along with Carolyn Rutner and Black and Blue Sports. We also want to thank Jack Daniel's Distillery for their donation of some of the T-shirts that are being added to our toss so we can toss even more throughout the weekend. Let's take a look at the big screen and a word from our T-shirt toss sponsors at Sandals Resorts and Two Sisters Travel. Never mind, it's just a graphic. So look up there to see what their logo is. Close the gate, please. That's the class. "16 entries answered the gate call for the B division of our 3-year-old walking stallions class tonight. David Sisk will be the call judge for the class. Everybody on the rail showing at a flat walk, please. It's run and walk time. Ask your 3-year-old stallions to go at a run and walk, please. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Now reverse. On the reverse in our B division of 3-year-old stallions, everybody turned around and showing at a flat walk, please. A competitive field of 3-year-old stallions. If you want to get noticed, now's the time to let your walking do your talking. Everybody moving, everybody showing at a flat walk, please. All right, riders, call on your 3-year-old stallions and ask them to go at a run and walk. It's run and walk time. Let them walk on. walk, please. Back to a flat walk. All right, it's lineup time. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn and park them in for the lineup. Down to the south turn, bring them in and park them in for the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause to salute these riders and their 3-year-old stallions in our B division tonight. Celebration excited to partner with our local meteorologist at Shelbyville Weather as the official weather information provider for this year's show. Each day of the show, they'll be providing branded hourly and 7-day forecasts, which can be viewed on the Celebration social media channels. Radar and severe weather updates as needed, and morning forecast discussions featured in the Tennessee Walking Horse Celebrations daily newsletter. Shelbyville Weather is an official National Weather Service Nashville spotter and Weather Ready Nation ambassador for Bedford, Coffee, and Moore counties. Owned and operated by meteorologist Elijah Kirby, you can find Shelbyville Weather on Facebook, Instagram, or online at shelbyvilleweather.com. Let's take a look and see what Shelbyville Weather said this morning in our celebration update that we can expect for the weekend here at the celebration. Today they called for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of an afternoon pop-up storm or shower. They were pretty much correct on that. Looking ahead, Saturday, rain chances trend upward with the latest model guidance. They've raised the chances to 60% for scattered afternoon thunderstorms. Most of the activity should be done by showtime at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. But they promise a clearer timeline in tomorrow morning's update. Sunday and early next week, a strong cold front will sweep through Sunday, dropping both temperatures and humidity well below average. Won't that be nice? Behind the front, rain chances become slim to none. Expect a refreshing stretch with highs in the upper 70s. To low 80s and lows dipping into the upper 50s for the first of next week. For the latest updates, you can follow them on social media via shelbyvilleweather.com. Select sponsorship by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship is by Grindstone Cowboy. Riders Cup corporate sponsorship by Southridge Farm and the Howell family. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue Ribbon will be presented by Kagan Young and Brayley White. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. The class trophy donated by the Haven Group at Keller Williams, presented by Casey Coy and Renly Sanderson. The W.S. Spud War Memorial Challenge Trophy donated by Gloria War and Rhonda Major of Phoenix City, Alabama, presented by Gloria War and Rhonda Major. The Donald Pascal Memorial Challenge Trophy donated for the third challenge by Bruce and Cindy Todd of Murfreesboro, presented by Olivia, Ellie, and Carson Todd and Sarah Morris. The Clay Avent Memorial Challenge Trophy is donated by the Farriers Fraternity, presented by Casey Coy and Renly Sanderson. We're going to ask our winner in the class to ride to your left and in on the east side to claim your award. Our B division of 3-year-old stallions tonight, the World Championship blue ribbon goes to 1296, Hell or High Water. Sam Martin is riding the Floyd and Carol Sherman entry of Shelbyville. Hell or High Water, and Sam Martin, congratulations. All others to your right. Second award to 1099, Cowboy Can. Charlie Green is up for Terry and Sabrina Matthews of Cleveland, Tennessee. Cowboy Can and Charlie Green, 1099 is second. Third is 682, the Yakuza. Drew Graves for Rick and Marla Lovett of Mobile, Alabama. The Yakuza and Drew Graves, 682 is third. Fourth is 482, Jose's Goat. Thomas Derrickson in the irons for Keith and Angela Hayes of Wartrace. Jose's Goat and Thomas Derrickson, 482 is fourth. Fifth is 902, A Brother's Honor. Bill Calloway rides for Bob Adcock of Lidditz, Pennsylvania. A Brother's Honor and Bill Calloway are fifth. Sixth is 1222, Sam Steele. Lake Weaver up for Howard and Brian Eastridge of Columbia, Kentucky. Sam Steele and Lake Weaver are sixth. Seventh is 1407, Renovated Ritz. Dan Waddell for the Thomas Holton family of Murfreesboro. Renovated Ritz and Dan Waddell are seventh. Eighth is 325, Form a Web. Josh Watts for Ann and Chris Mills of Waterproof, Louisiana. Form a Web and Josh Watts, 325 is eighth. Ninth is 778, I Am Rampage. Casey Wright for James Vernon of Boonville, Mississippi. I Am Rampage and Casey Wright, 778 is ninth. 10th is 706, He's Old Crow. Ryan Blackburn rides for the Salt Lick Farm and Ginger Williams of Salt Lick in London, Kentucky. He's Old Crow with Ryan Blackburn riding to 10th. Well, Sam Martin and owners Floyd and Carol Sherman are teaming up to dominate the 3-year-old Stallions division tonight, winning both the A and B division. Here's their B division winner. It's Hell or High Water. Sam Martin rides the Floyd and Carol Sherman entry of Shelbyville. Hell or High Water, and Sam Martin, congratulations. Open the gate now for class number 76, owner amateur novice gentleman riders on novice walking stallions. This is your gate call for class 76. Zachary Colton and Lawrence Atherton to the trophy gate, please. Also Jamie and Courtney Robertson to the trophy gate.
Competing for championship honors in the amateur 3-year-old and the amateur novice stallion division at this year's celebration is the 2025 Fast Spring Showcase and Trainers Show Amateur 3-year-old Stallions Champion AAA and Dr. Ray Kaufman. Ray would greatly appreciate your support as they compete for championship honors at this year's celebration.
Close the gate, please. That's the class. 11 entries for our owner amateur novice gentlemen's class, novice walking stallions. 76 on our program. Ross Campbell is the call judge. Gentlemen riders on the rail showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time. Gentlemen riders, ask your stallions to go at a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk and reverse. Gentlemen riders on the reverse now. Everybody turned around and showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time. Gentlemen riders, ask your stallions to go at a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Thank you, riders. It's line-up time down to the south turn. I'll ask you to come down to the south turn and line them up. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give these novice gentlemen riders and their stallions a nice round of applause? Select sponsorship tonight has been by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship by Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Kagan Young will present the blue ribbon. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Class trophy by Abernathy Stables and presented by Anna Kate Gregory. Riding to your right and into the winner's circle, our owner amateur novice gentlemen's novice stallions winner is entry number 228. I'm Senior Copperfield. KJ Compton is riding the Della Gay Compton entry of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm Senior Copperfield and KJ Compton. Congratulations. All others to your left. Second award to 1161. Holyfield's My Papa. Shane Porterfield is up. Tim Tucker, Doyce Lawrence, and Shane Porterfield on the entry from Vinemont, Alabama, and Murfreesboro. Holyfield's My Papa and Shane Porterfield. 1161 is second. Third is 935 AAA. Ray Kaufman is the owner and rider from Grayson, Georgia. AAA with Dr. Ray Kaufman to the third award. Fourth is 270 Hawk on the Loose. Jerry Sizemore is up for the Jerry Sizemore family of Bimble, Kentucky. Hawk on the Loose and Jerry Sizemore to the fourth award. Fifth is 594 I'm Nashville. Jacob West rides the Jacob West and Brian Perkins entry of Corbin, Kentucky, and Gallatin. I'm Nashville and Jacob West. 594 is fifth. 132 is sixth. Mr. Scheffler. Ryan Pilkington for Amber and Ryan Pilkington of Columbia. Mr. Scheffler and Ryan Pilkington. 132 is sixth. 1033 is seventh. Mighty Force. Jimmy Sauls of Fremont, North Carolina is the owner and up. Mighty Force is seventh. Eighth is 1231 Mossberg. Randy Stone of Cummings, Georgia, the owner and rider. Mossberg and Randy Stone to the eighth award. Ninth is 214 the Pony Express. Nick Nichols of Waynesville, Missouri, the owner and rider. The Pony Express is ninth. And 10th is 278 I Am Sinatra. Mike Nichols from Temple, Texas, the owner and rider. I Am Sinatra and Mike Nichols, 278 to the 10th and final award. Riding down victory lane and right out of the novice division here at the celebration, our owner amateur novice gentlemen's walking stallions winner is I'm Senior Copperfield. KJ Compton is riding the Della Gay Compton entry of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm Senior Copperfield and KJ Compton. Congratulations. Open the gate now for our final class here on Friday night. It'll be class number 77, owner amateur lady riders on walking mares. This is your gate call for class 77. We'll look ahead to tomorrow, Saturday, August 23rd. Highway 43 Auction Company's Celebration Super Sale takes place at the Weiser Farm Sale Barn. It starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The yearling gathering at Sugar Creek Farm continues at their location, 481 Snell Road. The yearling gathering at Sugar Creek, that's tomorrow as well. We've got a couple of championships tomorrow night. Noon is the entry deadline for the Lead Line World Grand Championship tomorrow. And 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon is the entry deadline for the Yearling World Grand Championship. The Equitation Champion will be crowned tomorrow morning in our morning performance inside Cooper Steel Arena. That starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow night is First Community Bank of Tennessee night.
They may be a new team, but both are familiar faces at the celebration. Multi-World and Multi-World Grand Champion by Honeybee. and rider Kelly Sherman are ready to take on the competition at this year's celebration. Be sure to watch for them in Class 77 Friday night, Amateur Ladies on Walking Mares, and other amateur classes at this year's show.
Enjoy that following the show tomorrow night. Our first Saturday here at the celebration, always a big night, and we're looking forward to having you back tomorrow during the day and tomorrow night for our first Saturday here at the celebration. Close the gate. That's the class. "13 entries answered the gate call for our owner amateur lady riders on Walking Mares class. Robert Kortner's the call judge. Everybody on the rail and showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time. Lady riders ask your mares to go to run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk and reverse. On the reverse now. Second direction, Lady Riders, showing at a flat walk. It's run and walk time, Lady Riders. Call on your mares and ask them to go at a run and walk. Walk, please. Back to a flat walk. Lineup time. We'll ask you to come down to the south turn for the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, would you compliment these Lady Riders with a nice round of applause? Jay Brantley with the Tennessee Waltz, taking us up to the presentation of awards tonight in our class for owner amateur lady riders on walking mares. Select sponsorship tonight has been by the Stanley family. Premier sponsorship by the official restaurant of the celebration, Grindstone Cowboy. Ribbons are sponsored by McCamey Heating and Cooling. Blue ribbon will be presented by Kagan Young. Preliminary neck ribbon sponsored by Sugar Creek Farm of Shelbyville. Memorial trophy is donated in memory of Diana Starr Cruz. Do it for the horse. It's donated by family and friends and presented by her three sons, Zachary, Colton, and Lawrence Atherton. J.C. Booth also joins them for the presentation. Class trophy donated by Pioneer Stables of Summit, Mississippi, presented by Dylan Westrom. We'll ask our winner in the class to ride to your left, please, and into the winner's circle to claim your reward. Owner amateur lady riders on walking mares, blue ribbon winner is entry 718, Harley Quinn. Beth Collins Showalter is the owner and rider from Craigsville, Virginia. Harley Quinn and Beth Collins Showalter riding to the top award. Congratulations. All others to your right. Second award to 1405, Happy Face. Kathy Holland is the owner and rider from Shelbyville. Happy Face and Kathy Holland are second. Third is 1114, Cheatin' on Charlie. Caitlin Rippey rides the entry and is also the owner from Gallatin. Cheatin' on Charlie and Caitlin Rippey are third. Fourth is 1015, Simply Country. Stephanie White for Tony White of Fernando, Florida. Simply Country and Stephanie White to the fourth award. Fifth is 1030, My Honey Bee. Kelly Sherman is the owner and rider from Shelbyville. Kelly Sherman and My Honey Bee. 1030 is fifth. Sixth is 458, Miss Heavenly Cash. Shelby Sims is the owner and rider from Louisville, Kentucky. Miss Heavenly Cash and Shelby Sims. 458 is sixth. Seventh is 188, Bella's Wicked Cash. Dahlia Smith Harm riding the Renee Smith entry of Manchester, Kentucky. Bella's Wicked Cash and Dahlia Smith Har. 188 is seventh. Eighth is 1142, Jen's Lucky Penny. Janny Chapman is the owner and rider from Red Banks, Mississippi. Jen's Lucky Penny and Janny Chapman. 1142 is eighth. Ninth is 995, Olivia Pope. Emily Kaiser Jackson of Bristol, Virginia is the owner and rider. Olivia Pope and Emily Kaiser Jackson. 995 is ninth. 10th award to number 1374, Made to Honor. Lisa Baum is the owner and rider from Shelbyville. Made to Honor and Lisa Baum to the 10th and final award. Making the winning ride, here's Harley Quinn. Beth Collins Showalter of Craigville, Virginia is the owner and rider. Harley Quinn and Beth Collins Showalter, our owner amateur ladies walking mare winner to close out our Friday night at the celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a great audience. We appreciate you being under our Friday night lights here at the Big Oval, a part of our first Friday night of the 87th annual celebration. Drive safely on your way home tonight. We'll see you back tomorrow. 9 o'clock showtime tomorrow morning in Cooper Steel Arena, and we'll meet back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for our first Saturday night of the celebration.